slow down your pace. There's a gentle voice calling with grace in the still.
Shalom, friends. Have you ever wondered, is Adonai really speaking to me? How do I know if it's his voice? If you ever ask that, you're in good company. We all want to walk in his presence, but sometimes we overcomplicate it. The good news is, it's not about getting everything right. It's about staying close. I'm Esty, and welcome back to the Anointed Prayer Network. This is part 2 of our series, Anointed to Walk in the Presence of Adonai. Last time we talked about being set apart, and today we're talking about abiding in the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. So grab a cup of tea, coffee, get comfy, and let's explore this together. What does it mean to abide? You know that one friend you can sit with for hours without saying much, and it's still the best time? That's what abiding feels like. Being at Shalom, peace, in someone's presence without pressure. Yeshua said in Yochanan 15:4, "Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me." Think about the grapevine. A branch doesn't try to bear fruit. It just stays connected. And because it's connected, life naturally flows through it. Yes, that's what happens when we stay close to Adonai. We don't have to force growth or strive. Oh, striving was such a part of my early walk. Or actually, my early walk, I think I more did abiding. And then as I matured, I moved to striving. No. It was abiding all along. The more time we spend with him, the more naturally his voice flows into our lives. Learning to hear his voice. So how do we actually recognize the Ruach HaKodesh's voice? A lot of people expect something big, like thunder from heaven or a burning bush moment. But most of the time, Adonai speaks in a much quieter way. In Isaiah, Yeshayahu 30:21, it says, "Your ears will hear a word behind you, saying, 'This is the way, walk in it,' when you turn to the right or when you turn to the left." Ruach HaKodesh often speaks like that, a gentle nudge, a moment of clarity, a verse that certainly pops to mind. Maybe you felt this before, a sudden thought to reach out to someone, a deep peace about a decision, a verse that keeps coming back to you. That's him, and the more we listen, the more we recognize when he's guiding us. Activation. Let's practice listening. Okay, let's try something simple together. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders just for a moment, and now quietly ask in your heart. Ask, Adonai, what do you want me to know right now? This is the question again. Adonai, what do you want me to know right now? Pause. Don't try to force an answer. Just listen. Maybe a word, a feeling, or a picture comes to mind. Maybe it's stillness. That's okay too. Pause for a few moments. If something came to you, write it down, comment, whatever you'd like. It's very personal. If not, don't worry. Learning to recognize his voice is a journey. The more we practice, the more familiar it becomes. Keeping his presence in daily life. The best part, you don't have to wait for quiet time to hear him. Here are a few simple ways to stay connected throughout the day. Start your morning with him. Just a quick, "Good morning, Adonai," sets the tone, or "Boker Tov, Adonai." Pause and breathe. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take a second to invite him in. Make sure you heard that. Invite him in. Notice the little things. Sometimes he speaks through the small moments of joy, a song, or a kind word. Abiding in the Ruach HaKodesh isn't about doing more. It's about being with him. Adonai's always speaking, sometimes in big ways, sometimes in whispers, but always in love. And the more we stay close to him, the more natural it becomes to recognize his voice. Thank you for spending this time with me. It means so much to me. In part 3, we'll talk about how walking in obedience aligns us with Adonai's purposes and unlocks even deeper intimacy with him. If something stood out to you today, let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt the Ruach HaKodesh leading you in a small way? I'd love to hear your experiences. Shalom and blessings, brachot, my friends. I'll see you in part 3.
Quiet the noise, slow down your pace. There's a gentle voice calling with grace in the stillness. He's drawing near, whispering softly, I am here. Through every moment, through every day, he is the guide that lights your way. In every struggle, in every fight, Ruach HaKodesh, the confident light. Abide, abide in Ruach HaKodesh. Stay close and let your heart find rest. In his presence there's peace, there's joy. Abide in him and hear his voice. Abide, abide, he's near, he's near. Ruach HaKodesh is always here. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's clear. The words of life that conquer fear. Not in the thunder, not in the storm, but in the whisper where hearts are warm. Through every trial, through every test, he's leading you to a place of rest. In every moment, both great and small, he's the voice that answers your call. Abide, abide in Ruach HaKodesh. Stay close and let your heart find rest. In his presence there's peace, there's joy. Abide in him and hear his voice. Abide, abide, he's near, he's near. Ruach HaKodesh is always here. He speaks in whispers, he moves in love. His peace descends like a gentle dove. Lean in closer, don't be afraid. In his presence you'll be